When we uploaded the video about the F-22 Raptor, a lot of you asked, is the Su-57 better or the F-22? And a lot of you asked to compare them. This video is going to be a comparison between these two fighters, and whatever we say is out of the mouth of experts in the aerospace industry. First of all, we have to say that you really can't compare these two together because they're never next to each other, and not one country can have both planes in their arsenal. And like you know, the US and Russia are huge competitors in this industry, and most of the things are classified. Both the Su-57 and the F-22 Raptor are made for the same type of mission. Just like we said in the F-22 video, this is a really fast fighter jet with amazing performance. But a lot of experts say the Su-57 is better, especially in maneuverability. The main reason the F-22 was built was because of how stealthy it is. And you could say Lockheed Martin tried their best to make the stealthiest fighter jet ever made. Every centimeter of the F-22 is built to escape the enemy's radar. The paint used on the plane is something special as well. It's a classified type of epoxy that in high speeds, it doesn't let the metal burn, and the epoxy makes it more invisible. This 19-meter fighter jet is seen like a mosquito in the radar, and you could say it's probably not going to be seen. But the Su-57 is not completely stealthy. It's only the front end. When it's seen in the radar, it's a weird shape, and it's called the Pac-Man shape, an old video game that most of you know about. The front end can't be seen, but the rest of it can. The Su-57 is designed in a way that if it comes behind another plane, it cannot be seen because the front end is completely hidden in the radars. But from the side or the rear, it can be seen. In the stealthy department, the F-22 is the winner. But let's go to the next one. Maneuverability. The F-22 Raptor is the most maneuverable fighter jet the US has ever made. And this is with the help of the flaps that are in front of the Pratt & Whitney engines. But even though this is the most maneuverable American jet, the Su-57 is more maneuverable. The jets of the Su-57 don't have any flaps like the F-22, but the engines have this 3D motion that could be turned to whichever direction it needs. You could say this design has made the Su-57 the most maneuverable fighter jet in the world. You could say it's equal right now. The F-22 is more stealthy. The Su-57 is more maneuverable. But let's go talk about the performance of the two planes. Pratt & Whitney supplies the engines for the F-22, and just like we said before, both of them create 70,000 pounds of thrust. The maximum speed is 2,414 kilometers an hour, and without refueling, it could fly 2,900 kilometers. And also, the plane could go as high as 65,000 feet. The Su-57 has a more powerful engine, and it creates 79,400 pounds of thrust. But the maximum speed is lower. Just like we said, the F-22 can go 14 kilometers an hour, but the Su-57 has a maximum speed of 2,130 kilometers an hour. So if they chase each other, the F-22 is gonna escape. But don't underestimate the Su-57. It could go 1,000 feet higher than the F-22, so it can reach 66,000 feet. In performance, you could say they're kind of equal. F-22 is faster, this could go higher. So you could say their performance is pretty equal. But let's go look at the radar system. If you want to count radius-wise, the F-22 can see farther. And what we're trying to say is that if they're next to each other, the F-22 is gonna see the Su-57 quicker. And one of the main reasons is their exhaust. The way the F-22 exhaust is designed, it's more stealthy. But just like we said, the Su-57 is hidden from the front, but the rear can be seen in the radar. So in this department, the Su-57 can't win, because when the enemy sees you first, you kinda lost at that point. They could launch missiles, or they could easily escape if they need to, and the F-22 is way faster, so it could escape. So in the radar department, the F-22 won. But let's look at their firepower. The F-22 has 3 weapon compartments. Like we said in our video, the F-22 can carry air-to-air missile and air-to-ground missile, and it could also carry different types of bomb. And on the right wing of the F-22, there's an M61 Vulcan, and it's an insane air-cooled 6,000 rounds per minute machine gun, and that's 100 rounds a second. That's insane. Take a listen. This is an air-cooled machine gun, so if it's being used on the ground, they can't just rapid fire because it's gonna overheat. But on the F-22, it could shoot for longer before it overheats. But let's look at the Su-57's firepower. This fighter has 2 compartments for weapons. And in the 2 spots, it could carry 4 different missiles. The Russians use the K-77 missiles inside this jet. Missiles that have a range of 193 kilometers. The F-22 has AIM-120 missiles that has a 180 kilometer range. In the firepower department, they're pretty equal. The F-22 can carry more, but the Su-57 has more range. The experts in the aerospace industry believe that if these two were able to fight, the F-22 will more likely win. What do you guys think? Which one of these is the better fighter? Please comment.